Surviving for 100 cycles with 100 duplicants is the goal of this series. Hello everyone, my name is Nathan, and today it's time to dive into another challenge completely the opposite of the previous one, where I was spending almost 3000 cycles with one single duplicant building up an empire. Today we're gonna start right off the bat with 100 duplicants, and the goal is to end the challenge at cycle 100 with 100 duplicants. Some duplicants are allowed to die as long as I can replenish them with the printing pod. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't only want to survive, I want to make it comfortable for all these duplicants. However, the first few cycles are going to be a little bit stressful, I'm going to admit that, and mostly oxygen and food production is going to be of our concern. So what I'm doing here is just planning out the first expansion so that we can start to set up various rooms for various purposes. Okay, not too shabby. What we got going on here is a expansion towards the future bathrooms and an expansion towards the future bedrooms. Towards the bottom, I want to set up a kitchen or maybe even two, and we have to do this quite immediately. We're gonna have starving duplicants in 2 or 3 cycles. I then also need a couple of levels to power everything, and right here at the bottom is where I'm gonna set up my water storage, and we want to do this as soon as possible. Let's set up a pitcher pump right yeah, let's do it here, and then maybe have another one on the other side. And if we can, no, this is not gonna be symmetrical. Hold the phone. Yeah, I actually totally did not build this in the correct spot. This should be going here, of course, and now I should be able to make this fairly symmetrical with another pitcher pump in the center. Okay, 3 should be enough for the time being. Let's allow the duplicants to do a little bit of work now. We need to get access to a little bit of copper ore as soon as possible, and when that happens, I'm gonna do another building spree. Ooh, we were just lucky there, not losing a duplicant down in the depths. And now the more the terrain opens, the more we will be able to do work, because all the duplicants will get to do something. Come on, that should be it. We now have access to copper. So let's get some generators going. I think I'm gonna get this started here at the top. We're gonna be needing 3 generators, but I'm just gonna start with 2 and also 2 on the other side. I'm then gonna set up some small batteries on either side as well and connect them with a wire like so. Right next to the batteries, we're gonna set up an oxygen diffuser on either side, and this has the highest priority. Like, we need to get this oxygen going. The good thing about the oxygen is that it is easy for them to catch some if they actually need it, and also they can hold their breath for quite a while without using any. Okay, good. We're now making some progress. I know we just started, but I think we're gonna need to take care of the outhouse situation as well. So what I'm gonna do is set up a room here with 7 outhouses, and then we're gonna just set up 1 wash basin to actually make the room count. Set up some doors on either side, and that should be good, and we can just repeat that towards the top if we need some more. Eventually I'm gonna replace these with proper sinks, but right now we need all the water we can get in order to produce food. Food poisoning is something we're gonna ignore in the beginning. And then on the other side, if the duplicants have nothing better to do, I'm gonna set up 8 beds, maybe do another 8 here at the top. Make sure they are going to be inside of the room to make it count for the morale bonus. Okay, that should be plenty of work to do for my duplicants. I'm just gonna allow them to take care of things now. One more thing I should mention is I had to use the sandbox mode in order to spawn the duplicants in, and I already attempted the challenge 3 times and failed. So hopefully this is gonna be the run where we don't lose too many duplicants. I'm not gonna record the entire series, but at least I want to make sure we survive the first 10 or so cycles and get stable before I start releasing the series. Another thing that might be important, and I'm gonna do that right now, is set up some priorities. We're gonna enable proximity, and then what I want to do is disallow research. We're just gonna have like 3 researchers that are really good at it. This guy here has a skill of 7. We have one here, Mima, with a skill of 13. Let's check out some more. Yeah, looks like these are the only ones that are really good at it. I'm just gonna do Jean here as well, and then the rest of the priorities I'm gonna leave open for the time being, so everyone can contribute to whatever is closest to them. Now that we're starting to set up the power, I also already want to introduce the kitchen. This is going to be so important and we cannot wait. So I want to have 6 of these guys adjacent to each other. The left 3 are going to be powered by this wire and the right 3 by this one. Okay, now my duplicants, please do some work and do it quick. I maybe want to focus on that ladder shaft a little bit, so I'm capable of bringing the water over in the future from this source. The oxygen diffusers I'm going to set to priority 9, and the manual generators to priority 7 or 6 maybe. Also, while we're at it, let's set up a research station, get that research going as soon as possible. We need access to farm tiles for the most part. But yeah, there we go. I don't even know what's going on. I just know that work is done quickly and we're still quite early in the first cycle. The microbe mushers themselves are going to have priority 9 and they're going to consistently craft mush bars with dirt and water. We have that available basically until we get a better recipe. Until we have this properly built, I think I want to tap into this water source here just to be sure we can get some. And now maybe that we're done here, I can set up the third hamster wheel that we're going to need. We got some trapped duplicants in this tile. I'm sure that's not going to happen for the last time. And we have our first guy suffocating because... yeah, he's not capable of coming down, so we have to disassemble the door here. Good, we now have access to water, which means we can get started with the cooking process. Oh no, Joshua is falling down. Joshua, save yourself. Come on, guy. Did you see that? Yeah, grab some oxygen. Ah, he made it. Anyway, let's keep going here with oxygen diffusers. We're gonna set up 2 more, and if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to hook them up here. Yeah, this only takes 840 watts so far, so it is safe to hook them up to this wire. Whoa, wonderful. We started cooking. We are doing very well. Let's set these guys here to priority 7 and the wash basin to this side, but we're gonna disable the building entirely. And then while we're at it, I'm gonna do another bathroom here at the top. Make sure to close that off right away. Yeah. And also maybe towards the center, we're gonna keep on expanding here. Ladder shaft up. And do this. Okay, so far I'm quite happy. I think we're ready to speed up the game just a little bit. The first few guys are hungry, and that brings me to the schedule. What I did is I created 5 schedules exactly with the same regime. I will explain more to my reasoning later, but we have 2 bedtime slots and 5 downtime slots, giving them +4 morale. That means right now, of course, they are taking quite huge breaks, but we're going to be addressing that problem in just a minute. Right now, we need to focus on other things, but I just wanted to mention that I now have 20 duplicants in each of these 5 schedules, meaning that they don't eat and poop all at the same time. Anyway, let's dive into research and go for the farm tile right away. Also, I'm going to start setting up the next room, and this is going to be the Great Hall. So we need to make this about 120 tiles, which goes up to here. We're going to bring this over and then just remove everything unnecessary. Get a pneumatic door going here and there. Okay, good. We're doing quite well. We're on a cooking spree already this early. I like that. We also have 4 oxygen diffusers running. I think I'm going to set up 2 more here on this level. That should be good, but I cannot hook them up to the same circuit anymore. So I guess what we have to do is maybe set up another station here with some batteries. Now, let me see. I have batteries here and there. This is good, but we need more batteries. Let's do it here in the center, and that will allow us to produce some more oxygen. Let's track some materials, maybe just to be on the safe side, like algae. We need a lot of that, and we need some dirt. I also would like to track my mush bars. Okay, without any further ado, let's keep going. The next goal is going to be to complete this room, and the bathrooms are also going to be important. Oh no, I miscalculated something. We have a circuit overload. We cannot actually get this oxygen diffuser hooked up to the same circuit. So we're gonna build yet another one of these, though, let me see. I'm gonna need the 3 generators eventually. But I guess for now, it's just important that we get these oxygen diffusers running without overloading the circuits. So we're gonna disconnect that for now. Our first research has been completed. Oh, I'm so glad. Algae terrarium, not gonna need that, but we're gonna need the ration box. I'm gonna set one up here, and in the future, there's gonna be another one here, and probably one more layer down, but we'll see about that. Let's just do the first one. Yeah, I have to admit, I never played a safe game where oxygen has been this not included in this game. Ration box will have all edible inside, priority 9, and I'm gonna get rid of this one. Good. Finally, probably the most crucial research for this playthrough is research the farm tile. Oh yes. I'm gonna start setting up some mealwood farms right here and over there. When I have this go for about 16 tiles, maybe expand this and this area as well. Whenever we start digging up stuff, we also have the chance of finding food. Well, only really with these cracked tasks, but they are everywhere in the beginning. And honestly, duplicant labor is not going to be a problem in this playthrough. Yeah, let's get this started here as well. I want all of these farms in place as soon as possible. Actually, maybe this one here we are not going to need. I don't know yet. I might be expanding downwards. That makes more sense to me. You know, essentially, we still want to keep a nice base layout. We're almost through with the first cycle. I'm going to go for the jumbo battery next. And this definitely has been the longest cycle I've ever played. I'm also already gonna get started with the next microbe mushroom. For now, we're just gonna hook them up, but we're not gonna activate them until we have the next power system in place. And now, as soon as I can, I wanna go ahead and plant these seeds. This way we will be getting an uneven growth and some food is always gonna be contributed to the system. We also now have access to the mess table, so maybe it's time to set up our first great hall, and I think I'm just gonna do something like that and then maybe take away the 2 center mess tables. This is gonna allow me to set up a water dispenser later. In terms of bedrooms, I also want to expand towards this side, keeping it even with the Great Hall at the bottom. The battery research has been completed, so we can start replacing some of our batteries with the large ones. I'm gonna do this one here first. I'm also gonna move my research setup to over here, and I think, yeah, well, let's just do 2. Basically get research done as quickly as possible. Speaking of research, we're gonna go for advanced research. I want access to the water cooler and then all that good stuff that we can get with the supercomputer. Okay, slowly but surely, I feel like we're gonna be getting our first starving duplicants. There is a lot of unreachable food. We just gotta keep going. Maybe putting a little bit of focus on getting this second row of microbe mushers activated. We unlocked the water cooler. I'm gonna be placing that right away. You know what? I think what I can do is put the batteries down below. Yeah, that is a much better idea. So we have the 2 batteries here at the bottom, and then I can have 2 more manual generators, which I'm gonna need to be able to power all of these. Good. Next research, I'm gonna dedicate to a little bit of automation. And then I'm also going to prepare the next room here for the second Great Hall. And you know what? We can get this built right away. Why the heck not? Come on, give me that, do that, and do that, and a water cooler. Wonderful. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The water cooler, however, I want to disable, and this has a specific reason, also in combination with our schedule. I actually want to make sure the duplicants don't have access to this printing pod room, so they will take shorter breaks. So I'm going to deconstruct this research table and replace it with a battery, most likely. Yeah, as a matter of fact, let's move the oxygen diffusers up and down, and I want to make sure to move the duplicants out of this room. In order to accomplish this, I'm gonna bring the materials over here to some storage bins. Oh, and of course, with the light research, I didn't even think about that, but we can give these guys some lights to work a little bit better. And we can actually take these same wires here we're using for the kitchen. We still have the spare 10 watts. I'm then gonna close off this room right here. This allows my duplicants from entering it once I brought out all the materials. Storage bins, all sweep only, and copy that over for the other one. I would now like to focus on finishing this room here in order to store the water properly and get this power setup running. We now also got access to the supercomputer, however, we do not quite have any skilled duplicants. Next research, let's go for electrolyzers. As soon as we can, we're gonna switch to those instead of using up the algae. As for the doors, the way I'm gonna do it is just allow the duplicants to go out, but not in. Also, I gotta make sure to keep these generators at priority 6. Yeah, I always need a couple of duplicants ready for those. However, now they stopped building the farm, which is not good either. I'm already gonna prepare the next 2 farms, which are gonna be here. And honestly, we might even need more than that. It's now time to drain the water right here, make it go into my storage. Hopefully we can save this duplicant. Well, I think it should be easy enough to save them, but still, why did you have to do that? Okay, and just in time, we have our first starving duplicant in cycle 3. This usually happens, but the problem is they just need to catch some food. Catching food is going to be difficult if another duplicant is already going for it, but soon enough we have these additional microbe mushers and now the meal lice is coming in. So in the beginning we should be able to save the duplicants. They should be able to grab something before all the calories are gone. But it's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster and also luck based whether or not we actually lose 1 or 2 duplicants. If we lose 10 duplicants, then it's not luck based, then I just made a mistake. I now have my first printing pod ready. I'm gonna leave that as a reserve in case we lose a duplicant. I can replenish them right away. In terms of research, I would like to see the rock crusher maybe. And now we're draining the rest of the water. It can dribble in here, though having the batteries here could be an issue. I cannot actually have them submerged. Yeah, honestly, what we should do is put them one more block up just to be on the safe side here. And now that we have some more microbe mushers ready, I'm also gonna set up the recipes. I'm gonna add my rock crusher right here, and maybe in the future we're gonna have our kiln on the other side. Good, very nice. So far, nobody starved. It's always just 1 or 2 duplicants that are starving, and eventually they actually catch one of these mush bars. We already have meal wood growing at 65% so far, and I increased the priority here to 7 as well. We need to get the bathroom done, maybe add 2 more bathrooms here on this side, and I think at this point I'm gonna pause the game and we're gonna wait for the next episode to see things unfold. I really hope you enjoyed this first episode and my approach to this challenge. Please don't forget to support this episode with a comment and a like. I would definitely appreciate all your feedback and ideas for the development of this playthrough. But with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye bye.